Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring begins one of my favorite hymns that we sing here at our historic church, where people have been lifting their voices in praise since 1863. Hello, I'm Shane Patrick Connolly, a member of your cathedral choir and your cantor here at Trinity Cathedral. I first made my way here on the advice of a co-worker when I moved to California 20 years ago. I was warmly greeted by members of the congregation, and the choir master heard me and asked me to sing with the cathedral choir. It may have been the following Wednesday that I was at my first choir rehearsal and have been here ever since. The warm welcome I received was what drew me in, but it is the great inclusive community of Christians here in this beautiful setting that kept me involved. Trinity became my church home, and I have been blessed to have the opportunity to serve in many ways. A member of vestry, a part of the choir, working with music at Trinity, hosting the San Jose Dublin Sister City program, and I've also had to have the chance to serve as one of Trinity's bell ringers, keeping a tradition here of over 135 years. The bells of Trinity have sounded in times of joy, in times of commemoration, in times of celebration, and in times of mourning. And thanks to the generosity of many, our chime is now a carillon. While we cannot be physically together in our beautiful church home due to the global pandemic, they still call us to worship in our weekly broadcasts. It brings to mind how those bells both call out to us and call us to Trinity Cathedral. And I couldn't help to think of how these bells might be calling to us in our Christian service today. These bells create an instant connection between the hearer and Trinity, but they also connect us to our eternal faith and our rich Episcopal traditions. The Episcopal Church has never been the biggest denomination in America, but we have been a mighty force throughout the centuries, from the earliest days of America. When the idealistic principles that underpin our republic, those reflected in our Constitution and Bill of Rights, were drafted, Episcopalians were there at their drafting, connecting our new nation with the principles of the fundamental of equality of all people in the eyes of God, which was translated into the ideal of equality for all before the law. When people in the South were barred from attending college because of the color of their skin, the Episcopal Church was there, opening many of what are called the historical black colleges, so that people of color could obtain a high-quality university education, and reminding us of these first principles. When children of color in San Jose were barred from attending public schools, a black deacon, an Episcopal, the first to serve west of the Mississippi, he was there, starting the Phoenician Academy to provide children of color with an excellent classical education. When Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. led marches and strikes in the South, Episcopalians were there by his side, and when Dr. King visited San Jose, members of our Trinity Cathedral home were part of the welcoming committee responsible for his visit. When the 1906 earthquake struck San Jose, the Episcopal Church, specifically Trinity Cathedral, was there to answer the call and provide relief to the people of San Jose. Today, the faithful people of Trinity Cathedral continue to answer the call of service, whether ministering to our unhoused neighbors and those in shelters, providing music for worship, guiding our organ restoration, shepherding special projects like the lift for our parish hall and facilities maintenance, providing Christian education to adults and youth, and ensuring our financials are correct and that we plan for our future. And last but not least, producing and broadcasting our weekly services and those serving in so many other ways that I may have failed to mention. The reason that the Episcopal Church and Trinity Cathedral has been here throughout the centuries to influence, to stand up for justice, to serve and to create community, and to welcome newcomers is because of the faithful financial support of people like you and me. The bells that ring out from Trinity ring out a call to all of us today, a call to serve and a call to give generously, so that Trinity can be here for generations to come. Please join me in answering the call. Join me in making a pledge to support Trinity's ministries in the year ahead. Together, we can make Trinity a place for all people and we can continue to serve and lift every voice and sing. Thank you.